You're listening to Opportunity U on Fox News Radio. Now back to our show and today's featured guest interview. I have with me for this next segment Dana Hansen and Trini Gonzalezz with the franchise College Hunks Hauling Junk. Dana is Director of Franchise Development, and Trini is a franchisee with College Hunks located in Beaumont, Texas. Thanks, guys, for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having us.
How about a little background information on College Hunks? Love the name. Of course, College Hunks Hauling Junk is the proper name, and we'll just go from there.
Sounds great. Actually, it's a really fun story, and I'll give you the abbreviated version. Cool. Nick and Omar were friends in high school, and they went off to college, came home one summer. Omar's mom said that he wasn't going to sit around and play video games all summer. She owned an antique store, and he took the company van, and he and Nick set out to make some money, helping people move and removing items that people no longer wanted or wanted to sell. And it took off pretty well, actually. Omar's mom was kind of surprised, and she came up with a little tagline: "College Hunks will haul your junk," which was shortened to College Hunks Hauling Junk. Omar and Nick went back to school that summer. Omar wrote a business plan, won first place and $10,000. They both seized the opportunity to become entrepreneurs, and that little business that generated about $8,000 that summer is actually on track to exceed over $112 million this year. So Wow. We've been franchising for 10 years and truly have this business down to a science at this point.
How cool was that? So they were the original College Hunks.
They were. They did everything from answering the calls that came in, customer service, doing all the work themselves, and they saw a real opportunity.
What's a typical background, Dana, of a new franchisee coming into your system, and what do you find? What background would be ideal?
You know, we have a really good mix. You know, many people are coming from corporate America. They've been in management. They've maxed out their earning potential. They've always thought about starting their own business. They're tired of the daily grind, but they've had that certain comfort zone. And unfortunately, that reaches a point where employers want to replace them with younger staff that they can pay less.
Yep.
And they may have a severance, and they're looking for a business. And we get a lot of those folks come our way. We also have a lot of veterans, and this is a really great business for a veteran. I'm a veteran myself of the United States Air Force.
Okay.
And what's great about this business is we're looking for leaders, and the military is really good at developing leaders. And, you know, I'll throw it to Trini and just kind of, maybe talk a little bit about his background. And would you mind sharing that?
Oh, absolutely. So before purchasing my franchise location here in Beaumont, I was a construction manager in heavy industrial, in the petrochemical. We have a lot of that in the Beaumont, Port Arthur area. Before that, I was also in the military. I was a mission support officer in the Air Force and a paralegal in the Army. And so I learned how to read contracts. I learned how to do run profit loss businesses in my time as a military, and then took those skills into the construction world. And like I said, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, own my own business, but I never really didn't know if I was ready. So there's a lot of emotional maturity and some, but when this opportunity came up after I got laid off, it was like it was just perfect timing. Everything I had learned up until this point kind of fell into place. This is definitely the business to be in my area.
Trini, one of the things I like to ask is what a day in the life is like, with the franchisees for the various companies that I speak with, and I think you'd be perfect to answer that. So, what's a day in the life like as a College Hunks Hauling Junk franchisee, and maybe talk about how what was it like when you started out, and then what is it like now with a mature business going?
Basically, every day starts with your team show up to the office, and we dispatch them. We do daily huddles. Talk about our safety moment for the day,
okay.
Weather conditions. Just basically brief the guys, because we have guys from 18 to 55 on my team, and so varying degrees of experience. Some of these guys, it's their first job. Once we get those guys dispatched, I will usually go and take care of estimates. I'm the estimator right now. Also do business development, networking. Following up with clients, answering phone calls, answering social media, responding to feedback, and then towards the end of the day, follow up with the guys throughout the day, kind of see where they're at, see if the guys need help. It's kind of constantly kind of checking on the team, making sure they're okay. Near the end of the day, after I've done my estimates, we'll send out all the proposals for our quotes, and then we start getting the paperwork ready for the next day.
What separates you guys from other similar companies out there? I know there's a lot of junk hauling companies out there that are available to people these days, and there's several franchises too. So what do you think really separates College Hunks from the pack, so to speak?
Every company has a mission statement, but the best companies live their core values, and that really starts with a vision, creating a strategic plan, and living by it. So who we hire, who we award a franchise to, it's all based on our core values. Every decision boils down to, is it good for the company and is it good for the customer? And we have four, core values. They're building leaders, always branding, creating a fun, enthusiastic team environment, and listen, fulfill, and delight. And those are really, really important to us. We also want to do the right things in our communities. As a matter of fact, we were just recognized for an award we have a charity called Feeding Children Everywhere. And for every job that we do, we're donating 2 meals. And College Hunks, Hauling Junk and Moving, won the Franchising Gives Back Award this year, which was really exciting. So it's really uncommon, the culture that we create, and we're looking for individuals that want to be part of something really special.
Okay, so I investigate the franchise, and I decide that I want to become your newest franchisee. What are the entry costs getting in? I mean, franchise fee and other associated costs.
The great thing about that is we actually have 2 franchises for the price of one. So we have the junk hauling and we have the moving franchises, and the franchise fee is only $50,000 as far as the franchise fee goes. Okay. We also have a veterans discount of $5,000, and we want to encourage veterans to get involved with our brand, and they tend to do quite well with us.
College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving is more than a fun franchise opportunity with a catchy name. When people invest their hard-earned money, they want to make sure the business has a strong financial upside. We have new owners that are experiencing record revenues, exceeding numbers that even a couple of years ago we wouldn't have thought possible. In our FDD, the item 19 shows the average franchisee gross revenue in 2017 was $946,319. And we're really proud of the fact that 4 of our franchise locations made it on the Inc. 5000 list for 2018. Combine that with a Net Promoter Score that is higher than household brands like Costco, Nordstrom, Amazon, and Apple, and you have a truly special franchise opportunity.
I've been speaking with Dana Hansen and Trini Gonzalezz with the franchise College Hunks and Hauling Junk and Moving. Thanks, guys, for being on the show today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.